Welcome back to Coach's Corner, and with me, the brand new head coach of the Lady Cats softball team, Coach Daniel Wood. And Daniel, welcome to Ponca City, and welcome to the Lady Cats softball program. Where are you from?
Holdenville. Been in Holdenville the last 10 years.
Holdenville for 10 years.
Yep.
So this opportunity to move up to Ponca City. How long have you been in the area, and have you got to make your way around town and get to know the place?
Been up here since May. Still getting lost every once in a while,
Right.
but been around a little bit. So
If you see him wandering around, help him out, would you? Would you do that? We're glad you're here. We are glad you're here. The Lady Cat softball team coming off just an incredible season last season, and lost a lot of depth on that roster. This year, the team is together and they are fired up for a good season. And opening the season with Blackwell, you win that game. There's been some really tough games. There have been some really tough games. Sand Springs, that Muskogee doubleheader last weekend. Those were learning opportunities for the Lady Cat softball team. But I tell you what, when you see them out there giving it their all and doing everything they can, you got to be proud of them.
oh yeah, they come out and they're working hard every single pitch, and they're putting everything we've worked in over the summer, and right now it's just we're either winning or we're learning.
Yeah,
So
I love it. I love that perspective too. Now, as you're watching this, a couple of games this week that have already happened. Now that you're watching this, we're filming this on Monday. You're watching it a little later in the week. Owasso and Jinx. Those are two big games as well. This weekend, though, you're headed to the Perry tournament. And what do you expect for the Lady Cats at the Perry tournament?
I think we'll have a pretty good showing. It's a chance to go play some pretty good teams from some other classes. We'll see Perry, we'll see Tecumseh, I believe Fletcher. Some teams that'll probably make a good showing in the playoffs. I think it's a chance to go out and have a little bit of success moving into a couple district games the week following. I think it'll be a good chance to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, anytime some players move on, seniors graduate, and you lose that depth in your lineup, new players get an opportunity to, or not new players, but underclassmen get an opportunity to become the leadership on the team. And of course, you got to see that happen, and it does happen with your Lady Cat softball team. Some shout outs, some mentions, some of the players that are really working their tail off in practice and in the games.
We right now we're starting two freshmen that'll see significant playing time.
Wow.
A couple sophomores that are getting some playing time that on a normal year may not necessarily see that at this level.
Yeah.
Some underclassmen. A couple seniors that have really stepped up. Kaylee Meyer coming in. She, her one goal was to hit a home run. First game of the year, she hits a home run. I think her third at bat.
Wow.
So we're it's a chance for some of these younger girls to get some playing time. Losing that many kids, and some kids really stepped up and been leaders. Cameron Suggs has been catching every game so far. We had Madison Millett broke her ankle the second day of practice, and she would have been our backup catcher. So it's kind of put everything on Cameron's shoulders, and she's worked her tail off, and she's doing really big things for us, and she's been a really good leader.
Yeah, that kind of experience early, would you classify it as a building year for the Lady Cat softball team?
I would think so. It's a little bit of a rebuilding year.
Well,
Maybe reload a little bit.
Reload, I like that. I like that better.
Yeah.
Reloading. It's a
right.
reloading year. These young players are getting this experience. I tell you what, that's only going to serve the Lady Cat softball team really well.
That's right.
In the games to come, not only in the years ahead, but we're talking this season. They're getting some valuable experience.
Exactly. And we've stumbled a little bit the first few games, but the great thing about softball is you lose one, you got another one the next day. So we got a lot of opportunities to go out, and as long as we're better in September than what we are right now, I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel Wood, the brand new head softball coach of the Pohai Lady Cat softball team, with us on Coach's Corner. And Coach, when folks show up at the softball field behind West Middle School and your players see the crowd and the stands start filling up, what does that do for them? That's got to get them motivated and to just get fired up.
Oh yeah, they're really excited.
Yeah.
We have really good fans.
Yeah.
I've seen a ton of people out even in some of our scrimmages.
Yeah.
We'll play some games at 10 o'clock in the morning, and,
Right.
they're
showing up.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're excited and they're ready to go out and they put forth maximum effort for all the ones that are coming out and supporting them.
Yeah. Well, we want you to line that stadium, that softball field behind West Middle School, and show the Lady Cat softball team your support. You'll have an opportunity to do that. Monday, Skiatook is coming to town, and it's a very special night. It's going to be a good game with Skiatook. It's also military night.
Yeah, chance to honor some veterans.
Yes.
Anyone that's had service. That's a huge thing. My family, many service members. My son's in the Navy. So anytime we can come out and honor some of those people that have given back to our country and our community, it's something that we want to try to keep doing every single year.
Absolutely. Well, Monday we want you to show your support not only for our veterans on military night, but for our Lady Cat softball team as they take on Skiatook. Have you had a chance to do any scouting, some scouting reports on Skiatook? What are the girls facing there? Well, you're focused probably on the games this week at the Perry tournament. I'm asking you way ahead, but not necessarily speaking specifically of Skiatook, but do you get a chance as the head softball coach to kind of evaluate the other teams? How does that work?
Most of the time it's calling other coaches, getting whatever charts they have, any sort of information that they have, and then we put it into a kind of a small scouting report, mainly for us, so we can help manage the game a little bit. And,
right.
Right now it's pretty early, so a lot of it's people saying, well, this is what they had last year. And,
okay.
So it's
this is who they had. This is who they don't have anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
Right. And just kind of fill in the blanks. So as we go on, the scouting reports get a lot more in depth.
Sure.
A lot better. So
sure.
The second time we normally play someone, we'll usually have about 5 or 6 different games on them that we can kind of pick and choose.
Right. Daniel Wood, head coach of the Lady Cat softball team, and we're happy to have him on Coach's Corner and looking forward to many more visits. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, brand new head coach, the Lady Cat softball team. And our thanks to Jamie Miller, the head volleyball coach, and to Daniel, and thank you for watching. That's going to do it for this edition of Coach's Corner. Until next time.